Today we're going to have a look at expanding brackets by using what's known as the distributive law. So let's begin. Now, when we say expanding in mathematics, it's the process of removing brackets by using what's known as the distributive law. But what does that mean? Well, I want you to consider for a moment the expression 2 bracket x plus 3 bracket. What does that actually mean? Well, it means 2 lots of everything inside of those brackets. Now, when we go lots of, that means to multiply. And multiplying is repeated addition. So what we're essentially saying is it's everything inside of these brackets, the x plus the 3, and we're going to add it together with another lot of everything inside of the brackets. That's what repeated addition is. But before we get into the distributive law, let's for a moment represent these variables, these x's that we don't know, as little squares. And I've got one of them, and I'm going to add together another one of these x's. Now the numerical component, or the constants I've got here, I'm going to represent as little dots. Now I've got 3 on that first statement and 3 on this second statement. And what I'm doing here is I'm adding these together. So what I've essentially got here is I've got 2 of these x's, which we say is 2 lots of x, or 2 times x, and we're adding it together with 2 lots of these bundles of 3, or 2 times 3. Of course, we can simplify this to say that 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 3 is 6. And now what we've done is expanded the brackets. But let's have a look at what the distributive law actually says. So over here, I'm going to rewrite my problem as 2 bracket x plus 3. Now the distributive law simply says that I take the coefficient, so the 2 here in this problem, and I multiply it with every term inside the brackets. So I take this positive 2 and I multiply it with the x. So that's going to be equal to 2 times x. And then I add it on with the coefficient of this term and I multiply it with the second term inside the brackets. So it's 2 times positive 3. And what you might notice is we're actually back in this step right here. They're the same. And of course, we know that 2 times x is equal to 2x, and that 2 times positive 3 is going to be positive 6. So the distributive law has allowed us to arrive to the same solution. But let's have a look at some more problems. Now, in this first problem we've got here, we've got 2 lots of everything inside the brackets again. So let's represent first what's inside the brackets. So let's start with the x. Now representing my x's with a little x and a square around it. But of course, I've got 2 lots of them, so I do that. And then I've got 3 constants, so I'm representing them with little circles. But of course, I've got 2 lots of them. But in this problem here, we're starting to do with positives and negatives. So it's important that we take the sign of the coefficient before the brackets, so the coefficient's 2, and that's going to be a positive, and we combine it with the sign before each of these terms. So in this first one, before the 2 is a positive, and before the x's, we're positive, so we've got a plus plus. And the next one, we've got before the 2 is a positive, and before the constant was a negative, so we've got a plus minus. So if I now represent this, what I've essentially got is a plus plus 2 lots of x, or 2x, and then I'm plus minusing 2 lots of 3, which is 6. And this is where we need to go back to what we learned in our adding and subtracting integers video. If we're adding a positive number, it's going to be addition, so that cancels down to addition 2x. And if we're adding a negative number, that's going to be subtraction, so it's going to be take 6. But of course, we don't actually need this positive out the front here, so this is equal to 2x subtract 6. And if you think through it, what this was saying is we've got 2 lots of these positive x's, which is going to be positive 2x, and we've got 2 lots of these negative 3's, which would make sense to be negative 6. But let's now have a look at the distributive law. The distributive law says I need to multiply the coefficient of the brackets with every single term inside the brackets. So I've got a positive 2 here, multiplied by x, or 2 times x. And then we take the coefficient of the brackets again, the positive 2, and we multiply it to the second term of it. So we're going to take positive 2 multiplied by negative 3. Be very careful, the negative belongs to that term. So we've got positive 2 times negative 3. So now we follow our BEDMAS rules and we need to do multiplication first. So that's going to be 2 times x, which is equal to 2x. And then we're going to be having positive 2 multiplied by negative 3, which is negative 6. So now you can see that we've arrived at the same solution of 2x subtract 6. But now let's have a look at the second problem. Now the second problem is probably the one that I see stumble most people. But let's start by representing this problem visually. Now in this problem, I've got inside the brackets 7 of these green dots and I've got a little r here. But now let's have a look at the signs. Now in front of the brackets, it's saying that I've got the negative of it, so I've got to subtract, but the first term is a positive, so I'm subtracting a positive number, and then I'm subtracting again, but this time I'm subtracting a negative r. So what I'm essentially saying is I've got the negative of positive 7 and I'm subtracting negative r. Now of course, when we're subtracting a positive number, that's the same as subtraction. So here I've got negative 7, but then I'm subtracting a negative number. Subtracting a negative number is the same as addition. So that's going to be plus r. So my final answer is negative 7 plus r. But let's think about this. What this is actually saying is I'm going to have the negative of everything inside the brackets. So the sign of everything inside the brackets should change. We had a positive 7 inside the brackets, that's become a negative 7. We had a negative r inside the brackets, and that's become a positive r. So it kind of makes sense. But let's have a look at what the distributive law says. Now the distributive law says we need to take the coefficient in front of the brackets and multiply it with every term inside the brackets. But hang on a second, there isn't a number in front of the brackets, there's only this negative symbol. And that's where we've got to remember. If we've got negative 1 times something, we don't actually write the 1, we just put the negative. So I'm going to put the 1 back in so you can understand what's going on here. So now I take the coefficient of that negative 1 and I multiply it with positive 7. So this is going to be negative 1 times positive 7. And then I'm going to take the negative 1, so the negative 1, and multiply it by negative r. So now we need to follow our BEDMAS rules of doing multiplication before any addition and subtraction. So we've got negative 1 times positive 7, negative times a positive is a negative. So 1 times 7 is 7, so we've got negative 7 here. Then we've got negative 1 times negative r. A negative times a negative is a positive, so that's going to be plus 1 times r is r. So would you look at that? We've arrived at the same solution. But let's have a look at one more problem here. And this is one of those problems that I see one of the biggest misconceptions. A lot of people see this problem and go, hey, I just need to apply the distributive law. Now the distributive law says I take the first number and I multiply everything else. So the first number is 3, and I sit here and multiply everything else by 3. However, it doesn't quite work that way. And let's look why. Now this problem here is actually saying that we've got 3. Got that 3. We're going to subtract 2 lots of everything inside the brackets. Now, BEDMAS says that we should actually be doing that multiplication thing before we do the addition. So we've actually got to deal with the right hand side of the problem and ignore this for a moment before we deal with the left hand side. So let's show visually the right hand side of the problem. So I've got 4 of these green dots, but of course I've got 2 lots of them, so I better write that 4 down again. And I've got 3 of these variables, which I'm going to put as little a's. But once again, I've got 2 lots of them, so I need to add another 3 a's. Now, whilst I'm concentrating on the right-hand side of the problem, I can't just completely ignore the 3, it still needs to be here. So I'm going to put that 3 at the front of the problem. And now let's deal with the signs. Now, in front of our 3, it's a positive sign, so let's just put that positive in. Now, the coefficient of the brackets was a negative sign, so let's put that in. The first term was a positive 4, so let's put that in. Then, we're multiplying with that negative again, so we've got to put the negative from the 2 in. And the sign in front of the 3 was a positive, so we've got to have a positive a. So when we go and write this down, what we've actually got here is positive 3, subtract positive 2 lots of 4, which is 8, subtract positive 6 lots of a, which we can write as 6a. Now, when we go to simplify this, of course at the front of the problem, if we've just got positive 3, we can just write 3. Subtracting a positive is the same as subtraction, so that's going to be subtract a, and subtracting a positive, once again, is same as subtraction. So it's subtract 6a. So now I've actually removed all the multiplication that I can from the problem. So what I've got here is just addition and subtraction. But I know that I can do 3 subtract 8. 3 subtract 8 is negative 5. So let's simplify that. But I can't do anything more with this subtract 6a. So in simplest form, this equals negative 5 subtract 6a. But let's have a look at how this works using the distributive law. Now, yes, the distributive law says that we take the coefficient of the brackets and multiply it with everything inside the brackets. However, the coefficient to the brackets is actually the negative 2. So the first step, we've got to ignore this 3, but we've got to carry it along. So this is going to be equal to 3. And then we go negative 2 times the first term of positive 4. Then we take the negative 2 and we multiply it once again with the second term of the bracket, which is going to have that plus sign. So it's negative 2 multiplied by positive 3a, which I'm just going to write as 3a. Now I've done that, the next step is to follow my BEDMAS rules of multiplication before addition and subtraction. So I can't do anything with this 3 yet because I've got to do the multiplication. I've got negative 2 times 4, so a negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 4 is 8. And then I've got negative 2 times positive 3a. A negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 3a is 6a. And what you've noticed is I'm actually back at that step that I had just here. So of course, I simplify it. I know what 3 take 8 is. 3 take 8 is negative 5. But I can't do anything more with this subtract 6a. So it just carries down. So our final solution here is negative 5 subtract 6a. So let's review the distributive law. The distributive law simply says that when I've got a coefficient to the brackets, such as this a here and here, that coefficient needs to multiply every single term inside the brackets. So it needs to multiply here, and needs to multiply here, needs to multiply here, and needs to multiply here. And when we do that, we've successfully expanded the brackets. So what I want you to do now is I've got 6 questions here for you to have a go for yourself. Question 6 is a little bit more challenging, but I want you to have a go.